I'm Jamie Sadlowski, two-time REMAX World Long Drive champion. Secret to my powers, you know, flexibility is obviously number one. Having a decent golf swing is number two, and then timing, tempo, and all that kind of falls into place. I was a pretty good golfer before I started doing this, but now obviously the main focus is strictly hitting it far, and you have 6 chances in a grid that's about 65 yards wide to hit it as far as humanly possible. And I've been fortunate to make a living doing the corporate outings and also competing in the REMAX World Long Drive Championships. People think that all our equipment's jacked up and we're all on steroids, which is very untrue. Our stuff is all legal. PGA Tour, you know, you could play on it on the PGA Tour. We're tested for steroids every year at the World Championships, so you know there's no cheating. You know, we're just blessed with speed, and that's all that there is to it. You know, we don't claim to be tour professionals by any means, but we do create a lot of speed and hit the golf ball great distances. Last year at Worlds, through about 11 rounds in the World Championship, I averaged about 147 miles an hour for swing speed, and ball speeds were anywhere from 215 to 220 miles an hour. You know, we have 6 golf balls. And you know, there's a little bit of strategy that goes along with it. I always, you know, try to come out of the gates 80% and try to find, you know, if I get the first golf ball in at 80%, then I'm going to go for broke and try to set a good number. But again, if you get down in the count and you know you have 4 balls on a play and your 5th one, you kind of got to find a happy medium of what you think's good enough to move on, and at the same time trying to hit it in a certain area. So there's obviously strategy. I go with kind of the 80 to 85% starting out of the gates, and then that way if I know I need to build on something, I can do it. Competition last year under the lights in Dallas, Texas at nighttime, I hit it 445 yards. And then out of competition on hole 7 at the St. Paul Golf and Country Club, for those that have ever played it, it's a par 5, 490 yards, and that drove a greenside bunker. Obviously conducive to weather, a little tailwind, hot day, hard ground. But what people don't understand is, you know, our sport's real conducive to the weather. A day like today where it's 5 degrees, raining sideways, I mean, if you hit it 320, that's a pretty good shot. If you get a sunny day, downwind, you know, that ball can go 420 yards. So it all depends on the weather. It's very important.